Let's say the first is that if you let somebody go and you made a good faith attempt to rehire that person and they refused, also refusal would be maybe non-responsive. So this happened a lot when employees were starting to go on, they were starting to go on unemployment. And especially when there was that extra $600 a week, a lot of people were offered jobs and not taking them because, and I'm sure that's probably ringing true with a lot of you guys right now, but they were not taking those jobs because it was too lucrative to stay on unemployment. So if you made a good faith attempt to rehire, but it was refused, then that's an exemption. You don't have to worry about that person, but you do need to document this. Okay. Now, similarly, if you let an employee go and you tried to rehire for that position and you were not able to find any qualified employees to fill that position, then that is also an exemption. This is really helpful. Like if you had, maybe um, a very technical position, somebody that really needed to reach, a certain level of requirement. We're not talking about like really low skilled labor. This could really be in like that high skilled labor industry. With this, you need to make sure that you actually made a good faith search to rehire. Okay. So this might look like you actually keep your, if you posted the job on Indeed or you put it on LinkedIn or whatever, wherever you had your job posting out there, you do want to include that in your documentation for these exemptions. The last kind of section would be reductions that were due to just kind of natural causes of employee fluctuation. So maybe you had to let somebody go because you had to have a disciplinary action for something that they did. That is okay if they were fired for cause, and the cause can't be because the pandemic hit and you didn't have business. It has to be something, some disciplinary action on that side. So if there was a good reason you would be letting them go regardless of the pandemic, then if that's properly documented, that can be exempt. Additionally, if they voluntarily resigned, took a new job, or if they just voluntarily resigned and went on unemployment, that might be a bad idea for them. But if they did that, that is not on you as the employer. That is on them to deal with the aftermath of that decision. And then also if they reduce their hours. So this happened a lot with individuals that may have been full-time, but then their kids stayed home from school and somebody decided that they needed to be home more and they needed to reduce their hours in order to do that. So they might have been a 1 FTE and they went down to a half FTE. If that's the case, you can include them as an exemption. The key here is to really document all of those fluctuations so that you have really good proof that you really did try. You really did try to keep your employees employed.